Hi friends, it's Fluffy Toad. So I've been playing Valby for a little bit, and I feel like I've gotten to know the character and how her stats work with her skills. Although I don't have the modules for this build, I feel very comfortable with the character and how the stats scale, so I think I'll be able to make a relatively decent build. Please keep in mind that this is not a set in stone build, or the only build for Valby. Take the time to make changes to this build. Think of this video more so as a push in the right direction. To briefly talk about this build, we're going to be focusing on buffing our small puddle, big puddle, and our laundry bomb. The primary stat that we're going to be using is skill power modifier. This is because it scales best with these abilities. We're also going to be focusing on increasing how often we crit. Alright, let's go check out the modules. The first module that we'll be using is Technician. It has the highest skill power modifier in the game. So it's important to have it since we want a lot of skill power modifier. We'll be putting this in our first slot. It's important to note that Technician is an attack module. Because of this, you can't have two attack modules in the same place. Just keep it in mind while you're adjusting this build. Next, we're going to be using Dimension Master, which gives us skill power percent and dimension skill power modifier. We picked this module because it buffs our big puddle. Dimension Master will be going in our second slot. Skill Extension increases the duration of our puddles. We want our puddles to last a long time because it will allow us to have overlapping puddles. This means you won't have to pay attention to the water intake buff as often. Skill Extension will be our third slot. Next, we're going to be using Iron Defense. This gives us a lot of defense and also increases our skill power modifier. Alternatively, you can use non-attribute Sensitium, but I think Iron Defense is better. Whichever one you take, this will be our fourth pick. Battle of Stamina is our next module. It gives us max HP and skill duration. So this makes us a little bit more tankier and makes our spells last longer. And this will be our fifth module. Our next module is Emergency Measures. This gives us skill crit hit chance, and it increases our skill crit damage. This is super important because it increases the rate at which our abilities can crit. Our next module is Skill Insight, which also increases your skill crit hit chance. And once again, it's important for the same exact reasons as Emergency Measures. And this will go in our sixth slot. Our seventh module is Skill Concentration. This increases the amount of damage our skill crits do, so it's another way to buff your puddles. And this will be our seventh slot. Our eighth ability is going to be an Outstanding Investment. This increases our skill duration and our HP heal. Alternatively, you can use MP Accelerate. It does the same thing as an Outstanding Investment, except instead of HP heal, it gives you max MP. Either one of these will be our eighth slot. Our next module is Frugal Mindset. The most important thing about this module is the skill effect range. This is going to be increasing the radius of our small puddle and big puddle, effectively making it easier for bosses or mobs to stay inside of them. This will be our ninth slot. Our last module is Frontlines. This increases our critical hit damage and our critical hit chance. Now, one thing you might note is we aren't using any ultimate modules. The reason for this is I don't think they're really that good for this build. They don't really buff it at all, so there's no reason to have it. Instead, this helps us pick a module that actually helps buff our damage. Now, I'm going to quickly go over how this build might feel. First, we're going to be using our Laundry Bomb to suck the ad up. Then we're going to use Bubble Bullet far away. This increases the amount of times Bubble Bullet can bounce. Then we're going to be using Big Puddle underneath the mob. Afterwards, we're going to be double tapping our V. This makes it so that cleanup cancels so we can use our Laundry Bomb again. And then we're going to V again at full duration. After that, you should have just enough time to use your last Laundry Bomb. Move far away and use your Bubble Bullet. After that, we're going to be pressing our buttons on cooldown. Always be casting. Alright, thanks for watching the video. Good day.